little butterflies, welcome back to my channel Butterfly MUA. My name is Mercedes, I'm the face behind Butterfly MUA, and you know, if you've been here before, welcome back. Like I just said, welcome back to my channel, but you might not have been here before. So if you've not been here before, hi, welcome. I like to play with makeup, so I'm so excited. I think that's why I fluffed up my intro, because I am so excited, like, oh my god. So the package came yesterday, but I had work last night, my kids had swimming, I had the school run, I had to do dinner, and I was like, I don't have time to play with it today. So I was like, I have work tomorrow as well, but not till the evening, so I'm gonna sit down, like the kids are downstairs with daddy, we've done a bit of gardening in the garden, so I thought, right, that's it, I've done a bit of mummying, I'm gonna go play with makeup for an hour and then I'll be back down to do dinner and tidy up and then go to work. So calm, I need to calm. So yeah, I'm so excited. So as you may or may not know, I love Revolution. You probably do know. If you watch my channel quite a bit, I'm forever reviewing and playing with Makeup Revolution's makeup. I also really enjoy watching the makeup YouTuber Soph. So it's Soph Does Life. She used to be Soph Does Nails, and then it was Soph Does Nails but not really anymore, and then it changed to Soph Does Life. I love her YouTube channel. Her makeup skills are amazing. She's so honest with her opinions on makeup. Like if a brand sends her something and she doesn't like it, she'll tell you she doesn't like it. She's not just gonna, oh, I love it because they sent it to me. She's not like that at all. So I really trust her opinions on makeup. And last week I reviewed her old collection. It had like the Extra Spice palette, and I loved it. Like, I've had it for a while. I've hit pan on a couple of shades, so you know, I definitely like that one. But I'm excited because I have her new collection in my paws. So there's only one item I didn't get, and that was the darker highlighter palette. I didn't get that one because I thought it's not really suited to my skin tone. I would buy it just for the sake of swatching it and saying, yeah, it's really nice. Then I wouldn't use it. I could then turn around and say, oh, I use it as eyeshadow. I have so many eyeshadow palettes. Am I really going to use it as eyeshadow? Possibly not. So I thought, what is the point in buying it? Especially if I buy it and then someone who wanted it because it would suit their skin tone wanted it, but then it's sold out because all of us that don't wear it buy it. So I was like, I won't buy that one. But I bought everything else. I also got the email that told you like 24 hours before that it was coming out. So I was able to go on as like a VIP and order it. And at the same time they did a 3 for 2. So I ended up spending, I think, £31 on everything because I also had a £5 off. So, you know, 3 for 2, £5 off, awesome. So yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm going to quickly show you what I've got, and then I will go through and test out the items. I have done like my base. I've done like foundation, concealer, primer, bronzer, bit of blush, and I have primed my eyes already. But yeah, other than that, I need to do highlighter, eyeshadow, mascara, and lips. So let's go through and show you what I got. So this is Soph's new big eyeshadow palette. So this is the Super Spice. So the last one she had was called Extra Spice. This is Super Spice. It reminds me of like a Spice Girl. There's going to be like a new Spice Girl band from Revolution, and there's the you got Extra Spice, you've got Super Spice. I wonder what the other three are going to be called. But yeah, this, I really like this packaging. It's kind of like an embossed, is it embossed? I don't know, but it's like a rose gold writing, and it's just a really nice nude shade sort of packaging. It's nothing too fancy, it's nothing too over the top, but it's nice. I like it. So let's dive in. I have opened most of this and had a look already because I was excited. So this is the palette. How stunning and gorgeous is that? I actually really like the pinky purple shades. I love purple, as you can tell by my wall, and I love pinks. So I was super excited when she had done like pinks and purples. Soph used to do really sort of like neutral eye looks, but since I suppose lockdown, which this shade is called, she has been more into colourful rainbow looks. So when I get around to doing my eyes in a minute, I will swatch it for you. Okay, so this is also another eyeshadow palette, but it is a mini eyeshadow palette. So this is called the Mini Spice. So we have Extra Spice, Super Spice and Mini Spice. Definitely going to be a new Spice Girl fan. So it has sort of similar outer packaging and also similar actual packaging, which I think is really, really cute. So we open it up, and this is the Mini Spice palette. So it is kind of similar to her Extra Spice palette. I think when I was looking or watching her sort of reveal video, she did say how she had done a poll last year of people's favourite shades from her Extra Spice palette, and a few of them are in here. So I possibly won't use this one today, although it's really stunning and it would be good for travel, because I'm so excited to play with the colourful one. But I might do another video where I use this one, test it out, see what it's like. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. But yeah, I'm excited for the other one, but that is cuteness. Then I have a face highlighter duo. This is in Cookies and Cream. I think this one is meant to be not for like the palest skin tone, but sort of like it's meant to be the one that's in the middle. I haven't taken the plastic insert out of that one, so it's more golden. But Soph, she's got like a pale skin tone, but she does use fake tan and stuff. So she said she uses Cookies and Cream when she has more of like a tan in the summer. So she said, you know, you can kind of get away with that. But there was like another one, I can't remember the name, but it was sort of like a bit reddier in colouring in the packaging, and it was so lovely looking. But that was like for the darker skin tones. But yeah, this is Cookies and Cream. Obviously, because I am quite pale, I also got the palest one, which is called Sugar Frosting. But sometimes I find with highlighters that I'll look and they'll be like, oh, this is for the palest skin tone, it's perfect for that, but it will be too icy looking for me. I don't know whether it's my undertone that does that, it makes it look too sheer and cold. So I was a bit like, maybe I should get the two, and then if Cookies and Cream is a bit warmer and I prefer that one, then I'll use that one a lot. But if I do like the paler tone one, I'll use that. And they've sort of changed the plastic inlay that goes in to protect it. Like, it used to be proper stuck down, now it's not, but it's a lot easier to remove, and I like that because sometimes you would get the glue stuck on the packaging and it would be really annoying. So I kind of like they've changed that. So this is the one that's meant to be the palest one, and then let's grab Cookies and Cream. So you can see there is a bit of a difference. This one is definitely a lot icier, I would say, but then this one looks a lot more shimmery. So I don't know, I'll swatch them in a minute when I come to do my highlight, and I'll decide which one to use. And then she has done 2 lip kits. So excuse the packaging, I used this one last night and I couldn't get into it, so I kind of destroyed the packaging. But this one is called Candy Icing, and then you have Toffee Drizzle. So Soph's lip kits are a little bit different. So you get a lip liner inside and then a slightly tinted balm. So they are not like proper true lipsticks, but you can use the lip liner as a lipstick and then put the balm over the top, or you can use the balm separately. So candy icing is this. I do have to say, getting them out of the box is a little bit tricky, which is why mine got annihilated. So this is the lip liner. Very nice. I do have to say, I do like Revolution lip liners. I bought one in Superdrug the other week and it was actually really nice. And then this is the lip balm. I have used it, so it might be a bit messy already. I don't actually know how much you get in here, so I'm just going to twist up. So it's not an excessive amount you get in there, but it is a nice amount. I reckon I would get through that quite quickly, which is actually fine by me. I collect makeup, so I have a lot of makeup, which means I don't get through a lot of lip products quick enough. You know, which isn't always a bad thing because then they sit there and you can keep using them. But at the same time, they only have a certain shelf life. So once you've opened them, the air's got to them, you start using them, within a couple of years, they're going to go a bit mank. So to have something that's not horrendously huge is fine by me. So yeah, I tried this one last night at work. I might put the picture on the screen so you can see what it looks like. I didn't use the lip liner, I literally just used the balm. And now for Toffee Drizzle. Give me a minute while I dig my way into this one. I found that I had to open the top and the bottom because the packaging is quite skinny, but the balm is quite chunky, so it's sort of got caught inside. So this is the lip liner. It is a lot darker to the other one. It's more of a reddy brown shade, whereas the other one is more of a nudie pink. Nudie pinky brown, I guess. And then this is the balm. So I haven't used this one yet, but it looks a bit more reddy toned than the other one. What I might actually do is, while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, I might put this one on, because you've just seen what the other balm looks like just on the lips with no lip liner. So I might put this one on, moisturise my lips while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. Then when I finish the rest of my makeup, take it off and show you what they look like with the lip liner. So that might be a good idea. Okay, so as you can see, it does have a slight red tint to it. It feels really silky smooth, which is really, really nice. It does feel very moisturising and hydrating for the lips. I think the colour, it has slightly more reddy tones to it than this one on its own. This one was quite sort of, it didn't have too much colouring to it, I think, when it was on my lips last night. So that is that one there. But it was really nice actually. Oh no, go back in. What have I done? Okay, now it's gone back in. I think you have to be quite gentle with them, with the balms, because they are a balm. I think the formula is quite soft. So I think you're going to have to be gentle when you apply it, because if you do it too hard, I think you're going to break it inside the packaging. Because mine just went a bit funny and didn't want to go back in. And yeah, down the bottom there, where I've just applied it to my hand, it's broke. So I'm going to have to be mega gentle with that. Is that the end of the world? It possibly for some people. For me, I will just use it anyway, and if it falls out, I might be a bit peeved, but I'm still going to use it. I don't know. I'll keep you updated on that. I don't know if this one has broken or whether it's just that where I've just... No, this one's fine. So yeah, be gentle with the balms. I'm guessing because the formula is so soft, you need to be gentle. So yeah. Oh, I was going to apply that to my hand as well, so you could try and see a bit of a difference. So yeah, that is Toffee Drizzle, and that one there is, oh, what was it called? Candy Icing. So as you can see, they're not very pigmented, not very tinted, so you definitely need a lip liner underneath to give it some colour, but it's actually a nice balm. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, so I've showed you all what I got. I now need to play with it. So I'm going to highlight my cheeks first before I do my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the Cookies and Cream and just sort of swatch it on my arm to see what the shades look like. And I will do the same for Sugar Frosting as well. Make a decision from there. Okay, so first up, these two here are from the Sugar Frosting palette, and they look absolutely stunning. They are quite sort of icy, but I think I might use one of these today, just because it is meant to be for the paler skin tone, and I am quite pale, so I'll give it a go, because I can always use the other one when I test out the mini eyeshadow palette in another video, so that could work quite well. So yeah, really nice. Both of these ones are really soft and silky to the touch, but the ones in the Cookies and Cream palette, this one is a lot harder to the touch. Like, it's not as soft as this one, so I had to push quite hard to get that one, but it did actually create quite a nice colour. It was that one. So although I think it's a slightly different formula, this one was soft just like the other two shades, so nothing wrong with that. That was what these two look like. They both look really nice actually, and I definitely think I'm gonna be mixing between the two palettes. What I also like is you get a little mirror in here. It is that kind of oblong. Is it an oblong? No, not oblong, is it? It's like a sort of rectangle shaped mirror. I had that on the W7 bronzing palette, and I do find that shape is quite annoying because you can't really see your whole face, although you have enough to see, like, it's a nice mirror, you have enough to see this section where you're going to apply it, but it's not really, you can't see your whole face. I maybe would have preferred a slightly bigger mirror, but I'm not going to get mad because of the eyeshadow palette. You have a much bigger mirror, so you know, you could always balance highlighter palette in front of the eyeshadow mirror and work from there, so it's not bad. But yeah, that is those swatched. I think they're absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I have the Sugar Frosting one, and I'm going to go in with my highlighting brush. I don't know which one to use. I might go for this one because it looks a bit more goldy, whereas this one's a lot more icy. Yeah, so I've gone for this one here. Okay, so that is stunning. That is really pretty. It definitely gives you a nice highlighty sheen. That is very highlightery. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, that is actually really gorgeous. I hope you can see it in my light. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I really like that. I think this one would maybe be a little bit too icy, but I will definitely have a play around. But this one I really like. That's really pretty. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, now I need to play with the eyeshadow palette, which I'm so excited for. I actually really like the range of shades in here. You've got the neutral shades and you've got playful rainbow shades. You also have a white and a black, which means you can sort of pastel down the shades, like lighten them up if you want them more pastel instead of dark, or you can deepen them with using a tiny little bit of black. The only shades I think I possibly won't use are the greens I have green eyes, and I just find if I use a green eyeshadow, it just tends to make me look really washed out. I don't know why. On other people, greens look flipping stunning, but on me, not so much. So I think I'm going to quickly swatch this for you and for me, because I want to know what they look like swatched. So I'm going to swatch it and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the palette swatched. There was only one shade in here that didn't really swatch very well, but I think if you dampen it down with a damp brush, you're going to be fine. It should work. And that was this one here, which is this shade here. So in the pan, it looks absolutely stunning, but swatched, it's a bit lackluster and it doesn't have much pigment to it. But again, I think if you damp it down, it might work a bit better. So I'm going to show you, or tell you the shade names. So we have To Be Fair, which Soph says a lot, Mirror Ball, Cookie Dough, which is actually in the Extra Spice palette, so it is a repeated shade. Am I mad at that? No, because I have hit pan on Cookie Dough and I'm nearly out of it, so it's actually one of my favourite shades, so I'm kind of happy she's put it in there. It might not please a lot of people, but that there is a repeated shade. But you know, it's kind of like a neutral shade, a transition shade, a shade you can use for every kind of eye look. You can't really push the boundaries with that one too much, so I'm not mad at that. Then we have, I don't know if I can say this, I think it's Frere? I think it's a French word. She did mention that her mum and dad and brother picked a shade each and named them or something like that. So I think that could possibly be one of her family named. Then we have Blue Lagoon, Lockdown, which is like a lilac-y shade. Then we have Not Gonna Lie, which she also says a lot. Sunshine, Cocktail, Dreamy, which is dreamy. Then we have Maman, I don't know what that means. Festive. Then we have Extra Spice, which I think is a nod to the Extra Spice palette. Lover, Cereal, because she loves cereal, especially Cocoa Pops. Papa, Brownies, and Night Owl, which Soph very much is a night owl. If you watch her videos, she will quite often say that she's up at like 1 or 2 in the morning filming that video because she's a night owl. I also consider myself a night owl. I work evenings, I don't get home till like 11:30 at night. Then I will come home and like have a cup of tea and maybe watch a film with my husband, so I consider myself kind of a night owl as well. Completely fine. So yeah, I really like the look of this palette. I do hope the shades work as well as I want them to. I'm a bit worried about this one. I don't know whether I'll play with that today, but I might maybe dampen down a brush and put it on my hand. I do want to go for a kind of purpley eye look. I love purple, as you can see. My t-shirt's purple, and it is the Soph t-shirt from the Soph Times Skinny Dip collection, so I am a fan. I'm a fangirl. So yeah, it's got to be purple today. So I've already primed my eyes, so I think I'm just going to go straight in. And I think I'm going to go with this shade here, which is the lilac-y purple shade, which is Lockdown. I want it to work, but I had the Roxy Colour Burst palette, and there was like shades like that in there that didn't work very well. So I'm hoping it will, but we'll give it a go. So I'm just going to take a brush, it's a Makeup Obsession brush, and we try it. Okay, it does have some pigment there. It's not too over the top, but it's better than the Roxy Colour Burst one. It is there, but it is very, very pastel. Very, very pastel. So, it's there. Okay, it's on, it's nice, it's okay. I might go in with the metallic dreamy shade and just go above that. I kind of like doing that at the moment, having like a highlighter shade up here. And wow, I went a bit messy. But who cares? I might have to tidy that little bit up there. I've literally gone psh, so it's a bit messy. But I actually think if you mix them together, Lockdown and Dreamy, you end up with a really nice shade. Yeah, I like that. I was going to use it as like on the actual lid, but I don't know what I'm doing. I loved Soph's look for like the, like for the promotion of this eyeshadow. She'd done like a very rainbow eye look. I didn't want to go to rainbow because I know everyone will probably be doing rainbow eye looks for this, so I wanted to try and do something different. I'll see how we get on. So I'm going to go in with some of the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer just to block out my eyelid. Okay, so I've done that, and I think I might go in with Lover. Okay, that is very pigmented. How pigmented that one is. That's really, really pretty. What next? Don't know whether to go for a bit of Blue Lagoon and then do Pupper. Quite pigmented as well. Oh my god, I hope this looks okay because I have work tonight. Oopsie. Oh yeah, so now I'm going in with Papa. Okay, so it's actually kind of cool, kind of pretty. I do want to use that shade though. I want to see if it does work, so I might completely muck up the blue by putting that on top, but I want to see if it works. And maybe with a blue undertone underneath it, it might pop a bit more. So I have damped down my brush, so I'm going into this one. Going to dry up my fan a little bit because where I've dampened it down it was quite wet. Okay, that's actually quite pretty dampened down. I know it's taken away most of the blue, but I think it suits the look a bit better. I think the blue is a bit jarring with the look I'd done. Not the palette's fault, just me being me. I might just go back in with a bit of pink. The purple, it's not actually patchy, it's where it's hit, where I've dampened it down, but it looks a bit patchy, so I might just mix a bit of the black in and try and deepen it. Sort of match. I don't know how I feel at the minute. I'll wait till I put mascara on to really tell you how I feel. Okay, I want to do something under my lash line. I might go back in with Blue Lagoon because obviously I took that away with the other shade. Okay, and I'm gonna do a bit of inner corner highlight, I think with Mirror Ball. Wow, that's quite a crumbly formula. But it's a stunning highlight. Oh my god. I think that's one of my favourite inner corner highlight shades for a while. Like, I've been putting inner corner highlight on for some time, and a lot of the time I put it on and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really show up, but it's pretty, it's okay, I can see it. But this, I guess the formula is a bit crumbly in the pan. When you actually push it on, it's fine. Okay, that's pretty. Oh, I kind of want to take it up there, but I think it might be too much. Okay, I've had a play. I think I'm going to put some mascara on and some eyeliner and see how I feel in a minute. Okay, so this is the finished eye look. I actually kind of like it now. I have a bit of eyeliner and some mascara on. I was a bit unsure beforehand, but obviously mascara and eyeliner always tend to bring eyeshadow looks together. It's nice. I actually kind of like that. Obviously at first I thought this shade here wasn't too great, it didn't swatch very well, but when you dampen it down, it is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I used Mirror Ball as the inner corner highlight. I was a bit worried because when I dug my brush in the pan, it did crumble a little bit, but it is a stunning highlight. Like, it actually looks really, really beautiful. I'm watching Glow Up at the minute, season 3, and there's a girl on there called Dolly. She always has the most amazing inner corner highlight, and this kind of looks a bit like the stuff she would use, I hope. So yeah, I'm really impressed. The pink and the purple are very pigmented. Blue Lagoon is very pigmented. Lockdown, I'm a bit unsure about that one. Like, I did put it on. When I put Dreamy over the top, it did kind of give it a nice undertone, but I think I could get that with Dreamy without using Lockdown. I don't know, I think Lockdown is probably not my favourite. In the Roxy Colourburst palette, there was also a shade similar to this that I did not get on with. I ended up mixing it with a pastel pink shade that was also in that palette just to get a look out of it. Overall, I'm impressed with this palette. I think it's a gorgeous palette. I think you do have to play around with it and get used to it. I don't think it's one of those you can just dive in straight away and know exactly how it works. It's definitely a palette you need to play with to know how the shades work and react to certain application methods. But I am actually really happy with how my look came out. I do really like this palette. I would definitely be playing with it again. I do like how you've got a mixture of neutrals in there, so you can have a neutral eye look, you can have a rainbow eye look, you can have a pinky, blue, red, orange, that kind of eye look. So yeah, I do like this palette. I just think it's one of those palettes you have to work with and get to know. Okay, so I'm gonna do a lip look. I've decided this one I think I'm gonna keep for another video for when I test out the mini eyeshadow palette, because it will give me something else. So I will have the other highlighter palette, the eyeshadow palette, and them lip products to use. I think if I do too much today, when I go to do the second video, it's not going to be as much. That one probably won't be out for a couple of weeks though, because it is half term. So I filmed this one because I was so excited, but the next Soph eyeshadow palette and stuff I review, it will be after half term because I'm taking the kids out. We're going to try and do a few things, especially because now lockdown's lifted. It's not as like normally when it was half term, when we had lockdown, you couldn't really go out and do anything anyway, whereas now you can. We want to get out, so I'm going to try and use candy frosting and see what I come up with. So that is the lip liner shade. Okay, so that is the lip liner on. That's actually a really nice nude lip shade. Yeah, I quite like that. So I'm now going to apply the balm over the top. Like I said, this one has broken a little bit at the bottom, so I'm only going to push it up a little bit and use that. Okay, so that is it with the balm on. It's definitely pushed product over more to like this side. It's definitely broken in there, which is such a shame, but I hope I can keep using it. Like, I hope you can see, like, it's like a hairline crack here, and I am quite scared of like moving it. But you know, it seems to be working, so I'm just going to keep using it. If it comes to the point I can't, then I will probably mention it in another video. But I do like the idea behind it. So I do like the whole idea of using a lip liner and then going over the top with a slightly tinted balm. My only gripe is I don't think there needed to be two balms, because obviously I have swatched them both on my hand. They are not too dissimilar from each other. I kind of get the fact that obviously a lot of people are going to want a pair. So like, you are going to want a lip liner and a balm. You're not going to want to buy one balm and then 3 or 4 different lip liners, because the balm, although it has product in, it's not an everlasting product. It's going to run out. So at least if you have a couple of balms, you're going to have more time to use it kind of thing, like it's not going to run out that quick. I think I'm going to go through this quite quickly. It's the type of thing I will just whack on as I'm going to work to wear under my mask, you know. It's a nice, mostly clear but slightly tinted balm, so if it does smear under my mask I'm not going to notice it too much. I think the whole lip liner method though I do really like, and it means you're getting quite a hydrating lip colour, and you know it's going to keep your lips hydrated. That is a good thing. And I actually liked that with Soph's original lipsticks that she had. They were very hydrating, they were very nice on the lips. I really enjoyed them. So yeah, how do I feel about this collection altogether? So the big eyeshadow palette, obviously I do really like. I do think it's one you're going to have to play around with. Like I said, you've got to get to know this palette, you've got to get to know what works, what doesn't work. Like, I did struggle a little bit, like when I'd put the blue on and then I decided to put the that shade on. The purple did play up a little bit, but then again the shade that I put had been dampened down, so you're then putting product on top of something that's damp, so it is going to look a bit darker and patchier, so that's my problem, my fault. Like this shade I think is not a fantastic shade, but maybe deepened with the black it could potentially work a bit better, but I do like it as a palette as a whole. I think I'm gonna have to play around with it a bit more. I do like it. So I do have the Extra Spice palette here. As you can see, Cookie Dough, the shade that has been repeated, I have hit pan on, and actually looking at it I thought I'd used a lot more than that, but to be honest it's quite thin near the pan, so I think a few more uses and most of that will be gone. But this is the new palette. So sort of this section up here, I don't know why my finger did that, it was really weird, like the red, the oranges and the nudes actually really mirrors the new palette, and then the darker shades and the greens actually mirrors the bottom of this palette. So is there actually that much of a difference? So other than the pinks and the purples that have been added, I don't actually think there's too much of a difference between these two palettes. I mean, it is a gorgeous, stunning palette, but you know, other than like the fact that there's a metallic red, there isn't a metallic red in this one. You do have sort of like that shade and that shade, like you have that and that. You have the greens, you have like them, the reds and the oranges and yellows. So really and truly, I don't think as a palette it's that different from this one, in my honest opinion. I think if you wanted to get one of the Soph palettes and you don't already own the Extra Spice, then I would say get the Super Spice palette, because it's got the pink and the purple in there. It's got a little bit more you can play with. But if you already own the Extra Spice palette, I don't know whether you really need the Super Spice. That's, I feel really mean because I love Soph and I love her collection, and I love Revolution as well, but I do kind of feel it's not too dissimilar. I think I might have to do like a makeup challenge where I use this older palette, the Extra Spice, use the new Super Spice palette, and see if I can make a few looks, like use this on this eye, this on this eye, and see if the looks are fairly similar, because I think looking at it, I mean, yes, there are a few shades that are slightly different. Like you have Enchanted, which is like a maroony red, and you also have Mulled Wine, but then you could use the red shade in this one and the black shade and really deepen it down to create that shade. So I don't know, I do like it. I don't think you would then need the whole of the Soph collection. Obviously, as a collector's point of view, like, I love Soph, I love Revolution, I want to support her, I want to support Revolution, so I will buy them. But I don't think it's, I don't know, I feel really mean, but I don't think I'm that wowed now. I really enjoy my eye look, and the palette is really nice, but I don't think you need all of Soph's palettes. Oh, I feel so mean. It's nice. Okay, so the new highlighters. So obviously sugar frosting and cookies and cream. They are lovely. You get such a huge amount in there. But then in Soph's previous collection, she did do a huge 8-pan highlighting palette. And like this shade looks like this shade. The one above it looks like this shade. And then, well, that way round. That is such an awkward arm decision, I'm so sorry. You know, maybe. Do you need the highlighters if you already own this? Probably not. I think because this is quite an old highlighting palette from the Soph and Revolution range, if you already own this and you have hit pan on this and you were thinking of repurchasing, it might be worth, if you know Soph has done your favourite shade in this, then get this instead. But if you already have this, I don't necessarily think you need these. They are nice, the quality is nice, you do get a really nice sheen, but I don't know if you need them all. So then we have the mini eyeshadow palette, which obviously I haven't used yet. But then this is the Extra Spice, so this is her old palette. So you have the red, you have the yellow, you have the orange, you have... It is basically a mini version of this. So, which is handy if you're going away on holiday and you want to take like this eyeshadow palette, you could take this because it's going to be a lot smaller and easier to carry. But if you have this, you're not going to need that. And up against this one, again like this shade, like similar to this shade, and you have this shade, which could be a mixture of this shade and this shade. Then you have a yellow, then you have an orange, then you have a red, then you have a brown. I don't know, it was going so well and I was like, yeah, I love it, and like I'm really impressed with my eye look, and now I'm looking at the products and I'm like, do you really need them? Oh my god, I feel so bad. I don't know. And obviously, like I was saying with the lip products, like you could just have one big balm and then a few lip liners to choose from. You don't necessarily need the 2 balms because they are really similar. And also like the design, like the fact that this one on mine is already broken at the bottom, which means I'm going to have to be so careful using it the rest of the time now because it's gonna eventually fall off. And like when you use it, it's sort of like dug in. I haven't got the best camera to show you, but it's sort of dug into the back of the product because it is such a soft product. It has dug in a little bit, so I don't know whether the design of this was executed perfectly, but I like the idea. I do really like the idea. Like I do really like this lip look. I probably will use the lip liner and the balm on top, but I don't know how this is gonna last up. I mean, this one, obviously I didn't push so hard when I used it on my hand. When I do the next video, I will just have to see how it fares. I mean, to be honest, you don't even really get that much product in there, I don't think. Like, I don't think that's actually that much product. Does it say on the box? 0.3 ounces or 1 gram? I don't know. I mean, with a lot of makeup, because you're paying for the person behind it or the brand or the packaging, you're not going to get tons of product in there. I think this is going to go down really quickly though. I don't know. Overall, at first I was really excited, and I do like my eye look. I think it's nice. I do like my lip look. I did like my highlight, but I don't think it's the most revolutionary collab, and I feel so sad because Soph is amazing, and I do want to, it sounds really horrible now to be like, oh, congratulations on your new collab. I don't know, maybe I need to have a play with it a bit more and really get a feel for it. I mean, I've only done one eye look. Maybe if I do a handful of eye looks, maybe on my TikTok, I can get a feel for how that palette really works, and maybe I'll be more impressed. The highlighters, you know, I'm gonna use. I haven't actually really used much of this one. I think because it is quite a big palette, I tend to put it in my drawer. I don't tend to keep it in my makeup bag. If it was in my makeup bag, I would use it more. Whereas one this size, I can keep in my makeup bag and I'll probably dig into a bit more. Plus, I like to use highlighters and stuff as eyeshadow when I'm having a really busy day as a school run mum. So yeah, I think overall, I'm not wowed. I like the collection. It's a nice collection. You know, well done, Soph. It is a nice collection. I think if you don't have the other Soph collections, then this is fine. This is for you. You can use it. It's perfect. But I think if you already own the other Soph collabs, you don't need this. And I'm so sorry to say that, but that is my honest opinion. And on my channel, I want to be honest. I want to be honest with you guys. Like, I love Revolution. My whole channel is pretty much dedicated to Revolution. And I have reviewed the Soph stuff. I've got Skinny Tip times Soph. I've got the Revolution times Soph. So, you know, I'm being honest. I like Revolution, I like Soph, but because of that, I'm not going to be biased. I am going to be truthful, and I am going to tell you what I really think. And what I really think is, if you have the other Soph stuff, you don't need this. But if you don't have the other Soph stuff and you were looking at it but you're unsure because she's bringing out a new line, then buy the new line. So yeah, I guess that's me done. I will review the mini eyeshadow palette soon, and I might actually have to do the Super Spice versus the Extra Spice palette and just sort of, you know, put them against each other and see how they get on. So I guess that's me done. Sorry, this got a bit sort of meh at the end. But yeah, I do feel really bad. But I have to be honest, I'm not overly wowed. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You know, this is no beef against Soph or Revolution, because I love them both and I do want this to do really well. You know, there's going to be people out there that think it's absolutely amazing, and do you know what? If you do, then good on you, because that's what makeup is about. Everyone is different, everyone has a different opinion, and this is just mine, and yours can be completely different, and that's absolutely fine. So yeah, congratulations, Soph. I'm sorry I'm not 100% wowed, but I do like it. It is nice, and I do wish you all the luck with Revolution. Yeah. Oh, I feel so sad. I feel really down. I'm gonna go. I have work in a little while, so I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.